So here I am on the lovely Whitstable beach. It's just getting dusk, which means it's rather beautiful. As much as I don't much care for the dark nights, when it's dusk like this, you can just see the Christmas lights starting to come on those lovely houses behind me. And then this side we've got the sea. So it's cold and fresh but lovely. So I wanted to talk to you today about rules. In my humble opinion, rules are quite often there to be broken. And I was in one of my writers groups, and one of the writers had said, I've been told, I'm doing some writing classes, and I've been told I've got to change my manuscript because I can't even remember, there were so many terms, like the incitement, the build up to the climax of the action must start before the end of chapter 1, and the protagonist must do this before the end of chapter 2, and if the protagonist waits until chapter 4, if you give away a little bit of what the protagonist is going to do and what the problem's going to be, if you give that away too soon, then you've basically done it wrong. And oh my God, there were so many rules, and I just thought, that's not what writing's about. There are some rules that are really helpful, and there are some rules that will improve your writing and raise the standard of your writing, and some of those things are to really be taken on board and can be very useful. However, you have to take them with a pinch of salt. Not every rule. How can you have a blanket rule for a piece of fiction when every piece of fiction is slightly different, or will have a slightly different genre, or will have a slightly different theme or a slightly different storyline? My comment was, how many times have you watched a film that was a real slow burner but you've loved it? And how many times have you watched a film that was action, 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 and you got a bit bored of it? So my advice to you today is, listen to feedback, listen to critiques, listen to people who teach about writing, listen to, advice that's given, but then make your own judgment. Don't take it all on board. Don't take it as a blanket piece of advice. There is no one size fits all. And if you feel like the advice you've been given doesn't fit your work, then be brave enough to do what you feel fits. Pace and flow are vital, and you won't always get that in a measured way. It will change for every piece of work. And some of the best pieces of writing break every rule in the book. So advice is great, learning is great, education is great, but go with your gut. Get yourself a beta reader and get them to give you feedback, because they'll know whether they like it or not. So rules are there to be broken in writing and in life in general. Happy Thursday, everyone.